everybody, it's Em, and I'm sorry that it's taken me this long to shoot another video, but I've been really busy with school, and I had 3 projects due, and I have 2 more projects due this week. This is the time of year when especially seniors in high school are looking at colleges and putting together portfolios and freaking out about said portfolios. I mean, that's what I was doing last year, so yeah. So I have the portfolio requirements printed out here. The portfolio requirements, if you're going to apply to the Fashion Institute of Technology for their fashion design program, are as follows. There's the design test and the sewing test. We're focusing on the design, and there's also the written essay, but it's easy. There's no reason to worry about it. So, the design test. You are required to create a mood board or inspiration page for a selection of original mix and match garment designs and submit sketches of your original fashion artwork. So the design test is broken up into 2 parts. There's the mix and match portion and the original designs portion. The mix and match portion consists of a shirt or blouse, a skirt, a pair of pants, and a coat or jacket. What I did for my portfolio when I applied was this lovely thing, and what you do with it is you have your pants, your skirt, your shirt, and your jacket. So it's a 2-figure project. You're drawing 2 figures, and you can make them the same figure. You can make them different figures. I made mine the same. You repeat the shirt on both figures. The pants are on one figure, the skirt's on the other, and you could put the coat with either the skirt or the pants, but it has to be there. The other stuff on here are swatches, which are actual bits of fabric that you rendered in your drawings. Flats, which are 2-dimensional images of your garments. They want to see what the back looks like of your garment, so I did the back view flats. And then they want to see your inspiration pictures and a small amount of text saying where your person is going, what they're doing. The mix and match thing, what they tell you to do in the pre-college classes, which are basically like prep for the portfolio, prep for the school, if you want to learn a specific skill. I highly suggest you take them if you are in New York or can get to New York and have the ability to take a class. It's about $300 for a full semester of Saturdays, which is great. It gives you kind of like a college experience when you're still in high school. It's great. Just check out the website. It's I think it's fitnyc.edu/precollege, or just Google it. It's great. I love it. Take it. So what I did for my portfolio was I had my person going to upstate New York on vacation for the weekend with her family to a cave system called Howe Caverns, and I took that into account when I was designing the clothes, because I didn't want to just design clothes. I wanted to make it wearable. So it was like jeans and a leather coat and a silk shirt, because that's all warm fabrics, and the temperature of the caves is like about 50 degrees even all year round. It's really nice, in the summer especially. And then the skirt, I just was like, hey, out to dinner, nice skirt. Yeah. You have to be able to identify your fabrics. Like I have silk charmeuse and silk brocade and more silk and then cotton denim and then leather. So yeah. So that was this project. This was the mix and match project, and my suggestion on this is do things that you know. So if you're going to apply and have your person go to Paris, everybody does Paris. Don't do Paris. Don't do London. Don't do something that's like, oh, that's a fashion capital, I'm gonna have them go there. Yay! Like, if you're gonna do Paris, pick a specific neighborhood in Paris. If you're gonna do New York City, pick a specific neighborhood in New York City. Like, you can have your person, go to, let's say, Soho. They're gonna go shopping. You can have them go to, like, Brooklyn and go see a concert at the Barclays Center. Like, if you're going to do New York, you have to pick a specific part of New York. You can't just say, oh, I'm going to have them go to New York and wear jeans and an I Love New York t-shirt, because no. Just, that will not get you anywhere. Part two of the design test is the other designs. They want to see 3 to 5 figures, and you can have them all based on the same inspiration. You can have them based on different inspirations. I didn't want mine to all be the same inspiration because for me, that's just very constricting. I felt like it wouldn't let me really show the full range of what I can do, or what I could do at the time. So I chose 3 different inspirations for mine. Oh, and these are all mounted on 11 by 14 black presentation boards. This is just, it's standard for the school of how they want you to present your stuff. So the first one that I'm going to go over is like everyone's favorite that I did, and it's this lovely thing. It's kind of like it's a jacket and pants kind of sportswear type. It's a very athletic-y Hunger Games type jacket, very modern, it's bright orange, and I had the swatch of the fabric for it right there, and then the pants fabrics. So again, inspiration photo, flats, figure, swatches, blurb. All there. And then you want to lay it out in an interesting way on your page. Next one I did, this was my personal favorite of everything I applied with. It was based on a koi fish, and not just on the fish itself, but the way the fish moved, which helped with the fabric choice. So I picked out a metallic leather, which was on the skirt here, and 2 different types of silk charmeuse, satin type stuff for the shirt and the dress, and I have my flats, and the blurb, and the picture, the swatches, and the 2 figures. These figures are different because I didn't want them to be the same, but they have the same makeup drawn to keep it looking like cohesive. And these and my mix and match thing, that was all done with the same way as the other video, the swimsuit project, with Charpac markers and Prismacolor colored pencils. The last thing I did was this big evening gown, and this is watercolor. I'm not very happy with the way I presented it because I should have, like looking back on this, the shapes are wrong and the skirt should be fuller up there, but it worked at the time for what I needed it to do. I used watercolor paper. Apparently you can use Bristol vellum and it looks a lot better. I haven't tried that yet, but I will, and I will review it for you guys. But yeah, this I tried to do 3 separate times in markers and none of them came out good. So I did watercolors, and again, the dress was too big to have my inspiration page with it. I really don't like how the layout came out on this at all. So I don't know why I'm still holding this, because I don't like it. But again, we got the flats, the swatches, the blurb, and the picture. So you could take inspiration from anywhere. This picture is a neoclassical portrait of I think Francois Boucher's Madame de Pompadour, King Louis of France's mistress, who spent a lot of money on stuff and didn't like Marie Antoinette. But anyway, that's art history nerd stuff. Painting. So this was a painting. This was a photo of wildebeest crossing the desert and I just loved the color and photo, but it was more from the movement, not the photo itself. So your inspiration can come from anywhere. Don't feel so boxed in. So one of the things I talked about a lot just now was swatches, and swatches are not really the easiest, but also not the hardest thing to put together. Basically, a swatch is approximately a 2x2 square of fabric. In its simplest form, that's what a swatch is. I have a pile of fabric in front of me that I've used for swatches for projects, or they're scraps from other projects. I don't know why I have ribbon in here. So just to show you guys how swatches work, I have this antique National Geographic magazine with me. I'm going to open it to a random page, find a photo, and start pulling swatches for a mini collection, just so you guys can see. We're going to talk about this one right here with the rug makers. So everything that I pull now has to somehow relate back to this picture, whether it's in color, fabric, texture, pattern. So you got that picture in your head? Got it? Got it memorized? Okay, I'm going to leave it open over here so I can see it. There's a lot of reds and maroons in the photo, so first thing I'm going to do is look for a reddish maroon type thing. And ooh, look, I've got this crinkle silk. It's a color shift fabric, so it goes from being more red when the light hits it one way to being more purple when the light hits it the other way. I've got this brownish reddish leather. There's darker colors, so it looks like there's a little bit of like blackish gray, so I have blackish gray denim right here. This is actually the cuff from a pair of pants I was hemming the other day. There's khaki, so khaki pants. Let's see, what else? There's teal, so here's some teal fabric. So basically, right off the bat, I have all of these to work with, and if I was going to use this for my mix and match portion, oh, velvet. I have red velvet. Cool. So just add that to the pile. So if I was going to use this for my mix and match portion, which was the design test part where your person is kind of traveling somewhere, I would use this, and I would say, hey, maybe I want the skirt to be velvet, and I want the shirt to be teal, and I want the pants to be khaki. So that's the basics of picking swatches for a portfolio. If you're going to actually use fabric to make a swatch, what you do is you take the fabric. The easiest way that I've found to do it is you back it with masking tape. So this is the right side of the fabric. You put tape on the wrong side, right here, to make us a hard surface. You cut out a 2x2 square and you mat it on your board. You can put it in a window, like cut out a little frame for it, or you could just stick it on, and having the tape on it will keep the fabric from fraying, and it'll be easier to glue it down. So that's swatches. Presentation of your portfolio, you want it to be neat, you want it to make sense. Symmetry doesn't usually make for a very interesting portfolio unless the two things are asymmetrical themselves. So, like, this is a pretty symmetrical layout. I've got 2 figures, 3 swatches. They're obviously like bookends. Here I have a bookends, and then I have a center swatch. This is in the middle, and down here is kind of just fits. But the reason that this works as a composition is because even though it's symmetrical and the figures are the same and they both have that elbow going out, they're balanced And the skirt on this one is different from the skirt on this one. This one goes down in the middle. This one's kind of more straight across. And they're very different, although they do speak the same language. I hope that made sense. That's kind of a very art nerd thing to say. Anyway, yeah, that was that. This one is asymmetrical. And it's a very strong asymmetrical composition. You have the long element over here, and then you have the 3 shorter ones here, 4 shorter ones there. Strong color in the center, line going that way. The reason I don't like this is because there is no sense of composition here. The elements are all the wrong size. Nothing fits properly. This fills up the space well, but it has the wrong color backing paper on it, and that really bothers me. This is just a hot mess because my swatches are way too small. This is way too small. This picture could have been smaller. This should be moved up more. This is a disaster. This is what you should not do. Do not do this. This is bad. The rendering is good, but this as a composition is bad. This is good. You want to do something like this. Or this. Not this. Just no. No. So, yeah. Alright, so I hope you found that helpful. I'm gonna get back on schedule with posting videos because I feel really bad that I haven't been doing that, and I said I would, but school just got really intense for a week, but I'm back now. I promise I'm back. If you have any questions about the application process, shoot me a video. I have my email in the description. I will answer any question that you have that I can answer, and if I can't answer it, I'll direct you somewhere that can. So I love you, and I will see you soon. So